everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of Abe Studios, back again with another vlog number 21. We just keep moving along, and hope everyone's off to a great week. If this is the first video you ever come in, I'm kind of using these as documentation of my progress as I'm turning pro. And the name Turning Pro kind of came from a book by Steven Pressfield that I just kind of really found was very fascinating, and kind of snagged that name to kind of entitle my vlog post. But my past week has been well. It's been well. Definitely busy. I feel this week's going to be even busier, but that's good. I like to be busy. I like to be working and doing things. So my past week, it started off with just kind of really working on my own project, spending my time. I knew later in the week that I was going to be having a couple, I won't say pivotal meetings, but very good meetings that would, my hope at the time before I had the meeting was that something good would come of it. You know what I'm saying? The one meeting was with a longtime friend. I hadn't seen him for years, but we kind of checked in with each other throughout the years, and maybe seen each other in passing a couple different times, and just kind of chit-chatted. But this meeting was just me and him. Kind of give you a little idea. The business that he's going in right now, that he is acquiring me to do branding and logo for him. He's a men's clothier, so fine clothing, tailored clothing. They call it bespoke in a sense. So that means clothing that's tailored to the actual person, rather than just kind of a standard size. And so that's kind of what he wants. He also wants to travel with it. He's kind of a motorcycle enthusiast, so he kind of got that rough edge, but fine dressed. He's always dressed to the T, and that's kind of the business that he's going in. He's kind of developed it over years, and worked in a couple businesses like that here in town. And so we met. Like I said, we hadn't talked in a long time. A lot of it was catch up, just kind of see where we were at, both what projects we've been working on, what kind of things and new gadgets, because now we got a bunch of new gadgets that he had to show. And so it was kind of cool. It was just kind of nice, cool setup. We met at B Street Pub. I've never been there before, but they have a nice patio. It was a nice day, and we sat out and talked, had some food and some drink, and we did. He helped me to better understand what he was trying to get from me for his business. He had been working with the previous designer, and whatever the case, maybe it was just kind of vision, maybe it was just being the designer was too not willing to allow critique. Let's say that that they had to kind of not work together. So he showed me some of the stuff that he had got from the previous designer, and it's good work. It's definitely good work. I can see that this guy got skills, and I didn't really ask him anymore about what the relationship between him and the designer, what was not working out. But I'm hoping the relationship that I can build with him on this project can be similar to what I've done with the realtor. I've talked in previous posts about working with the realtor. Obviously, as a designer, you got to take the hits, in the sense that they critique something and say they don't like it like that. You got to do the way that they like it. And so I've understand that, or I've grown to understand that, and I can see how sometimes as a designer, when you get a certain critique, and you may be a little touchy about that, and I've done that, and that's happened to me in the past. It's just kind of one of those things. You got to put your ego in check and kind of do what the client is asking for and deliver on that. No matter how, if it makes the design better or it makes the design worse. Hopefully it makes the design better, but if it makes it worse and that's really what they want, then I guess you got to do that. But yeah, we had a good talk. I think I have a clear idea of what I should be working toward for him on this project, and just continue from there. After we met, what we have here in town, here in Chico, is something called the Farmers Market, Thursday Night Market. And so I got to cruise through that. And what's funny is that I ran into two people that we had talked about in the meeting. After the meeting, it was just kind of like, oh, I just saw you. Oh, was just talking about you. Nothing bad, nothing really bad. It was kind of like, their name came up in conversation, and it was just kind of like interesting to actually see them. So I was getting, it was nice to see them, talk with them, again, catch up. The next day, I met with the realtor, and it was more about catching up and watching the finals basketball game. We went to a place called the Poorhouse and watched on their big screen TV, and just kind of spent the happy hour, got some food and some drink. And what was cool, he brought a friend, and the friend, at a certain point, we all talked about some of the TV shows and movies we had seen on Netflix. And if you follow me or follow my blog, I do a Netflix movie review every week of a Netflix movie that I've watched. And so we talked about some of the stuff that we've been watching, and they mentioned that the friend is into films. I don't know if he's been on any film projects or anything like that, but we talked about collaborating on something at some point, and so that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. So out of that meeting, I kind of found a connection that I could actually maybe possibly hand a script, let them read it, give me some feedback on that, because that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, actually, as I'm doing this video right now, in the other room, I'm printing up a manuscript and a screenplay that I've written, that I just want to be able to have a hard copy of it, so that way I can, take notes. Maybe some things come up as I'm rewriting or going through and reading it, that I can change, and that kind of use that as a draft, so to make the third draft. So, things are happening. Things are happening. Actually, even this weekend, I'm trying to schedule a photo shoot. I had a friend actually the girl that I did the photo shoot for her graduation, she's looking to do some more photos, and so, trying to make it maybe more like a group thing, so that I can get one or two models extra to kind of come in and kind of, fill out the time, so it's not just kind of, shooting, one thing and then waiting. I can kind of like shoot one and then the next one and the next one, and just kind of, have a lot of things going on. And I like being, busy in that sense. And as it is summertime here in Chico. It's not officially summertime, but school's out. University, Butte College, and high schools are done. They all had their graduations this past weekend. And so yeah, things are kind of getting to that point where it's summertime. And summertime here in Chico can be both good and both bad. Obviously, the heat is one thing, and I would say the number two thing is that it just becomes a different place. It's a little more laid back, a little more slow, not so much busy, not so much traffic. And so I like the summers in that sense, because I like to use that time to grind. I like to kind of be, locked away, working on something all day, and then come out even when it's a little cooler, and have some fun. So that's what I picture doing this again. That again this summer. I don't have any plans to go on any trips. As it is, it's already been a few years since I've been out of Chico, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to get past that. But in the meantime, let's work, let's grind. So that's kind of where it's at. It's been my past week, and looking forward to this next week, and kind of got some things going throughout the week to kind of keep me busy for sure. And I always want to be progressing. I know this is the second week in June. Yeah, second week in June. And, I had some little bit of issue kind of scheduling my month, because there was a little bit of a hole there, because I didn't have any other books already read to do more book reviews, and I didn't really want to take a step back and not have anything. So my Fridays kind of became time to kind of go back to do some watch me draw videos. And put a little twist on it. So I think a little twist on it will be that each drawing will be, in a sense, like a cover for a comic book, kind of idea-wise. So cut it to the size of the comic book size cover, and work with that and use those as drawing videos. I already missed the 7th, so the rest of this month I'm trying to schedule those out and get those done. But I always want to be progressing, always want to be doing more. And as May has passed, I feel like I've done pretty good. I kind of got a lot of things done, and actually they become habits. And so I feel that it's just a matter of time where a lot of the things that I'm doing just become part of the daily roundabout. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for that. Excited for this coming summer and the things that it may hold, be it project-wise or collaborations, photo shoots, things I'm writing. Hopefully I can get some opportunity doing some writing for some other people other than the Video Maker magazine, but it's just all process. So that's kind of where I'm at. My mindset's good. I feel strong, feel healthy, and hope everyone's off to a great start of their own week. I know we're already into June, but hopefully you can continue out through the rest of the month, as I hope myself that I can do as well. So, like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Let's go.